Clinch River. New camera angle. I'm going to be dunking some worms at first. Also going to be trying out a new chain anchor. Interested to see how this is going to go. Might be a little too heavy. I don't know, it's a lot of water. I'm a little nervous about the anchor. Because I feel like it's too heavy, but it probably drags easily. So, well, there's only one way to find out. So let's get to it. Thank you for joining me, and let's catch some fish, some trouts. Right. Okay. So we need a worm with which to do some worm dunking. I got 6-pound test monofilament, got a swivel, 4 split shots, number 8 circle hook. I got a broken rod, so I'm getting drug out into the current. Not drug out, I suppose blown out or something. Or that was just the way the momentum was going. So I tried to thread the night crawler on the hook. In which to hide it, but also to use more of it. Present more of it, I suppose. So if I can do that once, I'll then turn around and thread it again. Oh man, this is a juicy worm. Juicy worm. So we'll call that good. babe. Alright, I think we're good. Anchor chain deployed. Oh, that's nice. Boys, that is nice. And girls. Hopefully lots of people are watching, but it is a little too much. But like, and I can do this. Yeah, I might have to take one of the chains off. But the ride is smooth, which I really appreciate. We're just going so slow. Kind of walking this worm with us. Then we're going to stop down here at the bottom of the island, and I'm going to take one of those chains off Let's see how that does. You know, trial and error. Takes a lot trying to get this shit right. Takes a lot of trial and error. We got a little sketchy when I got the anchor trolley back halfway, you know, because the kayak moved then this way perpendicular to the current, and could have flipped pretty easily. So handled that nicely, I think. Let's go swing this around. So there's the swing around. That's nice. Oh yeah. Yep, that's good right there. So that's about 3 pounds. 3.1 pound chain. I weighed the chain earlier on a scale. I weighed myself and then picked up the chain and, you know, did the difference, or subtracted the difference, all that. It's about 6.2 with both of them, so I'm assuming it's 3.1 with just one. Oh, dang it. It's a little 8-incher or something. Again, you should never try to boat flip a trout. It rarely works out. See, the fact that there's little fellers like that in here makes me wonder if they stopped recently for the end of the season. And if that's the case, then there could possibly be some striper up here, which would be sweet. So I don't know, the chain is working nicely. For slowing me down at least. I don't know how it is dragging the worm. Man, that looks like a really good spot over there. But I gotta get to the end of the island. business going on here. There's a little tiny piece of log sitting out of the water just for us. So I need to paddle us over there. I guess I'll paddle us over there right now. I do not want to get it caught in a log. Big one I'll put it up here. GoPros. I forgot. Did I mute it or something? Or something in the woods. I was reading this article today about goblins in Kentucky that came out after the floods that they say live in the mines. See how that drift goes. This is kind of perfect because it goes into the hole, which I'm right there at the hole anyway. I guess it doesn't make much difference, but so we're fishing the back of an island, so the river's coming around the island and meets, and obviously there's some slack water right here on this side. And I don't know if the fish travel up through here or they hold here or whatever, but I've caught them several times right here. It's just too hot. Okay, successful battery change. I was worried about that big time, so that's cool. I'm glad that went smoothly. Hope that's the right position. Oh man, I forgot to put the fucking microphone back in it. That was a nice one. That was probably 18 or 19 inch. Should have measured it, I guess. This thing is just such pain to get out. I'd already had him out of the water too long, and I was trying to paddle around to get anchored onto this log. Anyway, so we caught a really good fish. On the Rapala, which I am going to throw again. Still worm dunking, no bites yet. Actually had 2 hits, including the fish that I caught. So I hooked another one, but it came off. Just twitching softly, retrieving steady and slow. Throwing up the current, so it's drifting down as it's swimming towards me. I stop reeling every now and then. Just try to give it a little bit of extra wobble, you know. Got me. Teeth. Trout are teethy. If you didn't know that. Tongue. It's got teeth on it. Of course, the ridges of their mouth. Not super sharp or super long, but teeth nonetheless. So I'm trying to make a full-length video, and I'm trying to talk more, and I'm trying to talk louder, and be a better host. But just, you know, cut me some slack. I'm brand new to this. Everybody in the world's trying to do it. Everybody in the world just wants to live off of YouTube videos. I just want to fish. I want to show you what it's like to fish around here, especially this river, which is beautiful and full of life. and I just want to share it. So that's what I'm trying to do. It's called worm dunking because worm dunker is I don't want to call it a philosophy, but you got worm dunkers and you got fluff chuckers, especially here in the river trout fishing. You know, fluff chuckers are the fly fishermen that are only flies, only artificial, high dollar gear, high dollar weighting apparel, and all that kind of stuff. And no, so worm dunker is not quite the opposite, because I spend money on equipment. I like nice equipment. Love it, actually. I love fishing artificial, but worm dunking is about doing whatever it takes to catch a fish. So whether it's corn or worms or bread or anything, it's just it's an attitude, an outlook, if you will, to fishing that's just like, it's live bait and artificial. It's not one or the other. It's both, and whatever produces. And the worm is the universal, you know, if a fish is going to bite, it's going to bite a worm. Yes, there are many exceptions, but generally speaking, that's what we're looking at. So anyways, that's why it's called worm dunker, because I am a worm dunker, and I will use whatever means necessary to catch a fish, you know. And we'll keep some here and there, mainly catch and release, majorly in favor of conservation and, you know, having public access to places like this, and others. In fact, you know, conservation is a huge deal to me, and I think a huge deal coming up, especially with our future generations and our children. And you know, it's such a digital world, and here we are on YouTube, and I'm talking about blah blah blah, and you know, I'm not against digital by any means, but a balance is what, you know, we're searching for. I think everybody in life is searching for a balance, and there's no single recipe, and there's no one size fits all. It's everybody's got to kind of figure out for themselves, you know, how to find balance in this crazy world. And so anyways, this is my slice of Tennessee, America, the world. This is my life, and I want to share it with you guys, because I do think it's special, and I think it's noteworthy, I guess is the word. Anyways, so that's what worm dunker is, and that's why it's called worm dunker. And also, we'll use trout as bait, which is totally against fluff chucking and fly fishermen and all that kind of stuff. But we want to catch striper, we want to catch big fish, and they eat trout, and so we're going to use trout as bait. Anywho, yeah, that's a little introduction, a little more than I'm normally say. I normally don't say much. In fact, there's a bunch of videos you guys have never seen, just because I didn't think it was really good content, and you know, I think it's been holding me back because I just need to put it out there no matter what. Not no matter what, but you know what I'm saying. It's like I should just post the videos, whether I think it's really good or not. You know, we're just fishing. We're out here in this beautiful ecosystem, and I'm glad to share it. So, anyways, enough talking. Let's get back to fishing. We've got the worm out, throwing the Rapala, twitching. Fish on. That dude has jumped 17 times. Get out of that other line. Get over here. Get over on this side. Come on, baby. Get on over here. It's time I live with a little more passion. You know what I said about never. Oh, God. I just dropped my rod in the water. Oh, it's a brown trout! No, it's not. It's a rainbow. I gotta get my rod out of the water. Oh.